Hey everybody, welcome to TechKnow. When it comes to technology, the industry is fast moving, but we're here to keep you up to speed.
Yeah!
Woo! And first in our lineup, Apple might start charging $20 for its advanced artificial intelligence, coming out for iOS 18.1. The idea of paying for advanced AI features isn't necessarily unusual, as we see Microsoft and OpenAI who have been doing this for quite a while. How Apple would employ this would be potentially part of the Apple One subscription plan, or maybe just by itself. We don't know yet. What we do know, however, is that it's an effort for Apple to make more money, as well as further lock in its already locked in fan base. Next for it, we have X and Elon Musk, who have just sued an advertising group after they conspired to boycott the platform, which is illegal, but they were going to pull their ads completely from the platform with no warning whatsoever. And by doing so, they may have just sealed their downfall. After Elon filed the lawsuit, they announced the company GARM would be shutting down for good. What's more, a few days after the lawsuit was initiated, X removed all the ads from their top subscription tier, which may or may not have heavily affected creator earnings. We don't know. Next after that, we have Cisco, who is reportedly laying off 4,000 employees, which is actually crazy to think about alongside the 15,000 Intel employees who are out of work now. They did this in order to focus on higher growth areas, which includes, but isn't limited to, cybersecurity and AI. The biggest part of this layoff isn't even the fact that they laid off 4,000, but rather the fact that this is the second time that they've done that in 2024 since the layoff back in February. That's 25,000 IT guys out of work. Wow. And we're back to Apple, as they are going to be aiding a 20% fee for And we're back to Apple, as they are going to be adding a 20% fee for EU developers in their latest update. The way this will work is that if a user clicks on an external link inside of an app, they purchase or download from the App Store. The company will have to pay Apple 20 or 25% commission if the user buys anything. What's worse is the user initially views it using that link, but then buys it on a PC or phone after looking it up separately. The company will still have to pay this fee, even if it's for a different operating system. Here in the US, developers only have a 30% fee in app purchases, not extending outside the Apple like they will in the EU. And because of this, it's hard to see any developer wanting to use this. Recently, Logitech's CEO, Hanneke Faber, announced the company's plan to make a forever mouse that would require a monthly subscription to use. And by paying Logitech, you would get constant software updates to your mouse. But my mouse doesn't really need software updates. It's a mouse. But after facing severe backlash from this statement, Logitech has stated that the forever mouse was just an idea, and it was provocative thinking. It sure sounded like just an idea when you talked about it. She went all in about how it would be easy to use, seamless, constantly updated, and how they aren't that far away from making something like that. Reddit might be making exclusive subreddits now that will cost your precious money to view. The company announced that it would still have the free sections of the app, but users and the company would make some paid subreddits that cost a fee to get into. This would allow some new types of subreddits to build up on the platform while still having and being involved in the free subreddits. And honestly, I like the idea, but I don't think I'd use it. The only Reddit I look at it is for Lego Star Wars leaks. Lastly, but certainly not least, X has been accused of using EU user data to train its AI, Grok, without consent. They're accused of this because there's a setting on X that's on by default. Although able to turn it off, it agrees to use your public posts to collect data. Now this is a bit annoying that it's on by default, but honestly, if you're making a public post on X, it's already public. Ain't hiding it from nobody. Anyways, after being accused of this, Elon Musk has reportedly paused EU data processing for Grok, which is the first among big tech companies, as they usually try to make plenty of excuses. It's also a first for Elon Musk, who's now admitting that he's wrong, something that he's never done before, because his ego's bigger than his money. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving us a thumb up. It takes no effort on your part, and it really helps out the channel. And also consider sharing with your friends who might have similar interests. Also, maybe go outside treat yourself to some avocado toast. Visit the channel again for more tech news to keep you up to speed.